Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Selassie Fiawe, and there's a lot to unpack today. We're going to talk about Kudus Muhammad, who trained for the first time with the national team. We're going to talk about the Black Stars players who have arrived safely in Ivory Coast. Yes, they are ready to go as we are preparing for the African Cup of Nations. They left the shores of Ghana a little under 2 hours ago and they've arrived safely. We have all the videos here for you today and pictures as well. We're also going to talk about the African Cup of Nations budget. As you know, any country that is going into the Afcon tournament, there's a budget that's presented to Parliament for approval. What's Ghana's budget? We'll have a look at it today. Kudus also trained for the first time yesterday with the team after arriving in the morning of yesterday for the final training session the Black Stars players had at the Babayara Sports Stadium. We'll see all that today, but as usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So, yesterday, which was last night, after the final training session, the Black Stars players were at a banquet with the Ghana president, as is the tradition all the time before the Black Stars head into a major tournament. They had a dinner with the president, who admonished them to bring the trophy home. Yes, that's what the president of Ghana said. No matter what, that is what he's always going to say. But the Black Stars players had a great time. Stone Boy was there to entertain them and cheer them on. A lot of them were excited to see him. Kudus Muhammad, in particular, he is ready to go, according to the reports coming in. He trained for the first time yesterday, and he's facing a race against fitness to be ready for the first game on the 14th of January. The FA statement read that Kudus Muhammad is in Coach Chris Hughton's plans. He features a lot in Coach Chris Hughton's plan. He's a key figure in those plans, and he will be available. We'll live to see that on 14th of January. It was a great night, a great entertaining night for the Black Stars players. Majida Shimeru, all those guys were all excited to see Stoneboy perform, and the president took a group photograph with them after the whole dinner. It was great. Captain Andre Ayu led the delegation into to have dinner, to dine with the president ahead of the African Cup of Nations. Great to see them. Then we hope they do well. Talking about doing well, as we know, before an African Cup of Nations competition, there is a budget that is presented to Parliament. But interesting updates coming here is that probably the budget will not be known to us, the media, or the public. And now the AFCON budget is a work in progress. Ghanaians will know after the tournament. For now, we will entreat everyone to pray for the team. And that is coming from Mr. Charles Amofa, Sports Ministry PRO, on Ghana AFCON budget 2023. And these are some of the comments we don't like to hear, in my opinion. I don't think this will sit well with a majority of you. What is a budget? It is a statement. Correct me if I'm wrong. That features or brings to us expenses that we look at making in the future. We do not make a budget after, like, what is the essence of a budget? It's to plan our spending. If we don't have a budget, it means that we have given leeway to the Black Stars to sort of have a blank check and head into the competition. What does it mean by the budget to be presented after the competition? This is not right. This is just not right. It shouldn't be condoned. It shouldn't be done anywhere. I think this statement here really is unfortunate. The budget will be known to Ghanaians. All we need from you is to pray for us. What is that one to? It just doesn't sit well with me, this statement here coming in. But let me know what you think in the comments box. The Black Stars players have left and arrived in Abidjan ahead of their opening game on Sunday. They left the shores of Ghana beautifully dressed in their traditional wear with a henema, and the players landed and were in amazing cloth on top of their beautiful white and white tops and white shorts as well. It was a beautiful group photograph. They had a beautiful scene to see all of them dressed so nicely ahead of their opening game, and it will be interesting to see how they do. Rivals, they are in town, Ivory Coast that is, and they will be hoping to improve on that performance versus Namibia. It was a performance, especially in the first half, to forget as the boys struggled. They were lethargic, lacked some urgency. Second half was much better when players came in, Ashimero and Co. I'm surprised he still doesn't get starts in the national team. But it was great to see the Black Stars players in pictures, and it was great to see them beautifully dressed. As is always the case, Ghana knows how to make a statement with our dressing, and it was no different here for the Ghana Black Stars and the Ghana national team. They are in town, they are in Ivory Coast, they are ready to go. The Nigeria Super Eagles as well have landed in Ivory Coast. They will play also on the 14th. So it will be interesting to see how things go on that front for both countries, Nigeria and Ghana. So much similarity, so many similarities between the two countries. Kudus Mohammed also trained for the team for the first time after arriving in the morning. He's expected to feature in Ghana's game versus Cape Verde. That's according to the Ghana FA. He's a key figure in Coach Chris Hutton's plan. And we hope that he does recover in time. As I always said, if a player is not 100%, there's no point in risking him in a competition. So we hope they heed to that and do the needful when it comes to it. Kudus Mohammed is an amazing player, but his fitness is paramount more than anything that the country wants. There should be competent players in the team who should be given the confidence that they can also do the job that needs to be done, which is to get Ghana as further as possible in this one here. So that has been it for today. The Ghana Black Stars players are in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. They are ready to go in the African Cup of Nations. Ghana will start things off versus Cape Verde. Ghana versus Cape Verde on the 14th of January, 8 p.m. GMT. The Black Stars will feature in that game. It will be interesting, as many are having doubts about how far Ghana can go. The last Afcon, we were knocked out of the group stages. The next game we play, we have to take it one game at a time and look to getting out of the group, because the last time we couldn't get out of it. So that should be our next target heading into this competition. But it was beautiful attire that the players used to adorn and get themselves into Abidjan, Ivory Coast for the African Cup of Nations. Kudus Mohammed trained yesterday. They had a dinner with the president. Great to see them, and he admonished them to win the trophy. It won't be an easy task. And the budget, we will know after the competition. Quite an unfortunate statement. I'll see you guys in the next one. Your thoughts in the comments box on everything. Enjoy the rest of your week.